NFTs are sweeping the art world. Some people are paying tens of millions of dollars to own a one-of-a-kind online collectible. 60 Minutes Plus correspondent Laurie Segall takes a closer look at the new wave of digital memorabilia and how one famous rapper is getting behind the craze.
We're about to do a movie. Yeah. Make history. Oh man, I'm excited.
Yeah. So we'll just start with you looking in that direction and just help see.
You ready for this?
I was born ready.
Flo Rida is preparing to perform one of his most popular songs, not in front of his fans, but in front of more than 60 high-tech cameras that will transform him into a 3D avatar.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Wow.
What makes this performance of Flo Rida's hit song Low different is someone will be able to actually own the performance. It'll be recreated in the virtual world and sold as a non-fungible token, an NFT. It's a unique computer code that provides a certificate of authenticity on digital items. NFTs make it possible for everyone to now own and collect digital goods. It has implications for the art industry. It's about music and fashion. NFTs allow people to purchase digital moments, whether it's a famous slam dunk in a sports game or even a popular meme.
So when people get the NFT of what happened today, what are they getting? What are they owning when it comes to you, Flo Rida?
They're owning a very special moment of myself or anybody else, you know, and you know, it's that digital moment.
And I guess the idea is that this will be in video games, this will be in virtual concerts.
Yes.
We just don't even know where it'll end up to some degree.
Endless.
60 Minutes Plus correspondent Laurie Segall joins us now to talk more about the NFT craze. I gotta tell you, I have like a healthy bit of suspicion about this. Maybe it comes from the fact that I don't understand it, but you gave me a little more clarity because I was like, I don't understand how you figure out what something's worth, but I guess it's the potential that we don't know. Why are we hearing more about NFTs right now?
First of all, you're not alone. I feel like I've covered technology my whole career, and it took me a minute to really wrap my head around it. But I do think it's really fascinating. And we started hearing a lot more about it when an artist named Beeple, who I interviewed in last week's episode, he sold a piece of digital art. So this is art you can't hang on your wall, right? It's digital art. You can see it online. He sold it for $69 million as an NFT. And I think this is when it kind of hit mainstream. This is like that tech mainstream moment where everyone's scratching their heads and saying, well, how did this happen? And what does this actually mean? And I think the larger implications are this idea, and it's a little philosophical, but it's this idea that we own things in the physical world that we value, but increasingly we spend our lives online. And increasingly, you know, we could value things in the digital world. And the NFT allows you to place a value on it. It's almost like the deed to the house, but in the digital world. So you have Jack Dorsey selling his tweet. That's his first tweet, setting up my Twitter for $3 million. So it could certainly be a bubble and very frothy. Although I do think there's, you know, something interesting there and very futuristic when it comes to the kind of the future of the internet.
So is that why, you know, people say that it represents the next phase of the internet, because it not only is this sort of a new kind of investment place where you can invest your real world money, but it also represents a new way of thinking about what those ones and zeros are, that they're sort of more than ones and zeros, I guess?
Yeah, I think so. And I think what's super fascinating is, you know, we have the first iteration of the web was the rise of the internet. You had the second iteration, Web 2.0. This is when I started covering technology, the rise of social networking, our mobile devices. We're almost entering this new phase. And this is where it gets wonky. People are calling it the metaverse, right? Where we spend more and more time in these digital worlds, immersed in digital worlds. So if the last phase of the internet was two-dimensional, think of this as three-dimensional. You know, and this is all accelerated by the pandemic. You think about your children are spending so many hours on games like Fortnite and Roblox, and not just gaming now. It's going to be this idea that in the future, they're going to socialize in these games. They're going to shop in these games. They're going to build homes in these games. I think one person we spoke to for this piece said, our children are going to have jobs in these virtual worlds. And this represents another era of the internet we're going into. I mean, there were some incredible numbers, and gamers around the world logged more than 10 million cumulative years playing Fortnite. Roblox reported users spending 9.7 billion hours on the game. That was up 90% from last year. And these numbers just rose because of the pandemic and people really being comfortable spending more time on these digital platforms. And then we go back to this idea of NFTs, where you can place real value on items in these digital worlds, where children really own their avatars in certain ways, and they put more value on their avatars than maybe a T-shirt they wear in the real world. And then you start beginning to wrap your head around it. But it is difficult, I will tell you.
No, but that actually helped me a lot. And I kind of brought it back to something that I can kind of understand more, going back in time, the Wayback Machine, when you would hear about people buying domain names, and they would just sort of buy a slew of domain names, and you'd be like, why? Like, why are you buying that? But, you know, these people were aware of the fact that maybe 5 years from now, someone's going to want, I don't know, bestrealestateagent.com, and you can make a profit off of it. Something that I would have never thought about. And I see how with these NFTs, people are thinking about not what's happening now, it's what's going to be happening in the future. That's kind of fascinating. Laurie, I look forward to your piece. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So you can watch Laurie's full report right now on Paramount Plus. There, you can also get breaking news and thousands of episodes of your favorite TV shows. Visit ParamountPlus.com now for a free trial.